Hey guys, here's Lemonade War Chapter 5. You have 5 vocabulary words: competition on page 59, miser on 63, vow on 64, menacing and mercy on both on 66. Competition, rivalry in the marketplace. Dinner that night at the Truskeys was quiet, so the explosion that followed seemed especially loud. It was Jesse's turn to clear and scrape the dishes, and Evan's turn to wash and stack. Evan looked at the pile of dirty dishes on his left. Jessie was ahead. She was always ahead when it was her turn to clear, but tonight it felt like she was taunting him. To Evan, every plate scraping sounded like "can't keep up, can't keep up." Evan was scrubbing the casserole pan when Jessie stacked the last dirty dish by his elbow. When she stuck her hands under the faucet to rinse them without even saying "excuse me," and shook her hands practically right in Evan's face and said, "So how much money did you make?" That was it. He couldn't hold it any longer. "Why'd you do it, huh? Why'd you have to ruin the one thing I had going?" For a second, Evan wasn't sure if he meant the lemonade stand or Megan Moriarty. In a mixed-up way, he meant both of them, and there was no way he was going to tell Jessie that after paying back his mother for 4 cans of lemonade, 1 can of grape juice, and 1 bottle of ginger ale. She'd been pretty irritated when she came down from the office and there wasn't a single cold drink in the house. She had walked away with $2.11, or he had walked away with $2.11. On top of that, he was pretty sure Scott had kept the $5 bill they'd earned. Well, what was Evan supposed to do? Ask Scott to turn his pockets inside out? Evan hadn't kept track of the sales, so he couldn't be sure. "Why'd I do it? Why'd you do it? Why'd you invite that jerk over for a lemonade stand?" shouted Jessie. "And how come you wouldn't let me play? You're the one who was being mean." "You're such a show-off," said Evan. "You always have to let everyone know that you're the smart one." "I wasn't showing off. I was just trying to have a little fun. Is that against the law? You won't do a lemonade stand with me, then won't do a lemonade stand with you, and I'll do one with my friend Megan instead." "You cannot be her friend. You cannot be her friend," shouted Evan. "Why not?" "Because you're a little kid, and you don't even belong in the 4th grade, and because you're just so annoying a show-off pest and no one likes you." The words felt disgusting, like spiders running out of his mouth. They were horrible, but it felt so good to get rid of them. Then Evan saw Jessie's lip tremble. Uh-oh. Jessie was a howler. She didn't cry often, and she didn't cry long, but when she did, it was loud. Mom would come down from her office. Evan would catch the blame. Unfair. But Jessie didn't let loose. Instead, she stood as tall as her tiny little runty head would allow her and said, "Megan likes me. She invited me over to her house tomorrow. We're going to have another lemonade stand dinner twice as much as we did today." Oh, that was it. She was going to ruin everything. Show him up right in front of Megan, even right before school started. And make Megan think he was just some stupid loser who couldn't even let his baby sister sell him out at a lemonade stand. Evan boiled over. "I wouldn't count on it, Juicy," he said. Jessie hated that nickname, and Evan only used it when he had to. "I'm going to have a lemonade stand every day until school starts, and I'm going to earn $100 by the end of summer, enough to buy an iPod." "Oh, please. Like you could, even if you wanted to," said Jessie. "Megan and I already made $12 each today. We could have $100 like that." Jessie snapped her fingers. "And then what?" said Evan. "You'd lock it up in your lockbox and save it till you were 50 years old because you're the biggest miser on this planet." Jessie stiffened up. Her mouth made a funny O. But she put a hand on her hip and smirked at Evan. For your information, I'm going to make a $100 donation to charity. Evan snorted. Yeah, right. What charity? There was a long pause, and Jessie said, smooth as whipped cream, the Animal Rescue League. Megan and I talked about it today. You don't even like animals, said Evan. Everybody likes animals, Jessie shouted. And I'm going to give them $100 so you can't ever call me a miser again. Oh, I hope I never have to talk to you again, shouted Evan. Hey! A sharp voice called from the stairs. Mrs. Tresky had a pencil stuck in her hair and a worried look on her face. I could hear you two all the way up in the attic with the air conditioner on high. What's up? Evan looked at Jessie, and Jessie looked at Evan. They had taken a vow. A spit vow. Ever since Dad had gone, they'd vowed not to fight in front of Mom. It made her sad. Sadder even than when Dad left. Nothing, said Evan. Nothing, said Jessie. Mrs. Tresky looked at the two of them. Come on, out with it. What are you yelling about? It wasn't a fight, Mom, said Evan. We were just joking around. Yeah, said Jessie. We were just goofing. Sorry we made you get out of your office. Missy Tresky looked at both of them with her laser eyes. Jessie hung the dish towel over the handle and fiddled with it until it was perfectly straight. And Evan bent over the casserole pan and scrubbed it as if his life depended on it. He scrubbed so hard, his elbow bumped the fruit bowl. A cloud of fruit flies rose into the air and settled back down. Oh, goodness, said Miss Tresky. Would you look at those fruit flies? Her shoulders slumped. All right, well, I'm going back up. Can you guys handle showers and reading, and then I'll be down to tuck you in and turn lights off? Sure, Mom, said Jessie. No problem, said Evan. Mrs. Tresky disappeared upstairs. Jessie turned to Evan at the sink. Let's make a bet, she said. Whoever earns $100 wins, and the loser has to give all of their earnings to the winner. Evan shook his head. Not fair, he said. You've already got money saved up. That money doesn't count, said Jessie. We'll start with today's earnings, and that's all that's got to be and it's all got to be from selling lemonade. No mowing lawns or sweeping out the garage or anything else. What if neither of us makes $100? Evan, not liking the sound of this deal, then whoever makes the closest to 100 wins. And if we both make over 100, it's whoever makes the most money wins the bet. When do we count up the money? Said Evan. Jessie thought about that. Sunday night, right before the fireworks. She looked straight at Evan. Huh? What do you say? Evan didn't like bets. It really wasn't in him to play competition. He loved to play basketball and always gave it his all, but winning or losing, it didn't make much difference to him. He just liked to play. But this was different. This mattered. If he didn't beat Jessie at this, he couldn't win against his little sister at a lemonade stand, then Evan thought of the school year stretching out in front of him. It was all over. He might as well just give up on everything right now. It's a bet. $100 by Sunday night. Winner takes all. He shook his wet hands over the sink, dried them on the dish towel, and gave Jessie a menacing look. You better pray for mercy. And that's your last video for the week. And I know my class is hating me right now because of the cliffhanger. Love you. Bye.